Patriot Nation, I'm about to solve for you problems that you didn't even know there was a solution for. And what are those problems? The problems are, as you're shopping for homes and you find a home in a nice neighborhood, but it's just outdated. You need major renovations. You want to replace all that shag carpet with nice wood floors. You want to replace that old laminate countertop with nice quartz or granite countertops and so forth. And or you have a lot of fixes that need to be done. After the inspection report comes in, you find out you need to replace a lot of wiring. There's some plumbing issues. Maybe an AC needs renovation or servicing, and that adds up. You can't pay for that out of pocket, and the seller doesn't want to pay for it. So now what do? I've got two words for you that are going to solve this whole scenario, and that is renovation loans. I'm going to show you through this video how to use renovation loans to solve all these issues and get the house that you want with the cash to close that's going to make you real happy. So if that's all of interest to you, let's kick off this rodeo right now. Hi folks, I'm Kevin Fagan. I'm the Mortgage Patriot on your side, nestled here in the hill country above San Antonio, Texas, serving all you proud Texans and all you great folks all around the country. So another very informative video today because we're going to talk about renovation loans. And why we're going to do that? Well, because it's been my experience over the last about 10 years that about 75% of you at least can benefit from using a renovation loan. And most real estate agents just don't know how to explain them or don't know really the concept very well. So I've been a realtor for over 10 years and I've been a mortgage loan officer for almost 20 years. So quite a bit of experience there, and hopefully this video will be of great service to you. So I'm going to explain a couple of things. Here's the flow of the video. Firstly, we're going to do a quick introduction and a general overview of what renovation loans are and what they do. Secondly, we're going to talk about why and when you're going to want to use one, because trust me, you will. And thirdly, we're going to talk about some of the disadvantages of renovation loans, because there are a few. And lastly, we're going to talk, I'll give you a specific example, a real life example of using one recently and how it solved the problem for a homeowner. So stick around all the way through and let's get into that content right now. So as I get into this content, if you would do me a personal favor and please subscribe to the channel. It really helps with, of course, the YouTube algorithms and brings my video collection up to the forefront because I really spent a lot of time trying to provide very informative, very actionable videos that help you. Speaking of one, I did one last year, 2024, on renovation loans. And some of the comments from that video were that it was the best explanation they'd ever heard. So I really get into the nuances of some of the programs and guidelines explaining renovation loans. So view that one after this as a companion video if you really want to know some of the grittier details. Here we're going to do more of a general overview, but either way you'll know exactly what you need to do and contact me then, because believe it or not, I actually answer my phone, I respond to my emails and or comments in the video section, and hopefully we can work together. Okay, let me give you a quick introduction on how these renovation loans work and what they look like. Consider the renovation loan like a combination loan. There's two components to it. There's the purchase component and there's the renovation component. For example, let's say you're trying to buy a $300,000 house and you're going to have $25,000 of renovations, be they either wanted renovations or needed renovations, doesn't matter. So how it works is you're going to purchase the house for $300,000. You're very happy, you've signed the papers, you move into your home. Now that $25,000 is sitting in a side account, it's called an escrow account through the title company that you do not have access to. You can write checks off of it with a predetermined contractor that you've already assigned to the workload. So in other words, you've already picked out a contractor, the lender has vetted the contractor and has approved the contractor, and you have a assigned list of punch out items to renovate that are approved ahead of time. That amount, $25,000 in our example, goes into that escrow account. And the contractor will draw off of those monies to complete the project. Once the project is completed, an inspector will go out and approve the project. Everybody wipes their hands and walks away, and you've got a wonderful new home with new renovations. And the cool thing is these renovations can be done in all the loan types. For example, there's a conventional renovation loan. There's an FHA renovation loan. There's a VA renovation loan and a USDA renovation loan. So they work in all the different flavors of all the different loans with all their associated benefits. So why and when would you use a renovation loan? Well, the answer is simple, because it solves two major problems that you're going to have most of the time when you're looking to buy a home. And the first one is, we've already kind of mentioned it, is it allows you to kind of customize renovations for your new home. So in our previous example, you buy a home and you're going to put, say, $25,000 of renovation work into it because you want to replace countertops, you want to replace flooring, and maybe you need to replace an AC unit. All that is customized, and rather than going to find another home in a totally different neighborhood because you like the home floor plan, you like the neighborhood, just simply renovate it. You've been using funds that are attached to the renovation loan. Great concept. Okay, here's the big one, folks, so pay attention. So it solves the enormous problem of being able to buy a house when no other solutions are available. What do I mean? So for example, let's go to a $300,000 house, but the roof is leaking, or it's got some moisture that can be proved is coming into the interior ceilings. The foundation is cracked, and you have faulty wiring. The sellers of the home acknowledge all these things, but they can't afford to fix the home themselves. Let's say it costs $35,000 for those three items. Even if you said, well, let's take $35,000 off the price, off the $300,000, and I'll buy it for $265,000. Great. But if you did that, you don't have $35,000 to fix up the house once you move in. And more importantly, when an appraiser comes out, they will flag these items, no matter what kind of loan you have, conventional, FHA, USDA, VA. All of those appraisers are going to mark as deficient the roof, the wiring, and the foundation, because these are safety issues. Whenever you have safety issues involved, something has to be fixed. It has to be fixed. Otherwise, the deal cannot be done. But again, if the seller can't handle it and the buyer can't pay for it either, then what do? Renovation loan. You identify those issues with a contractor, and you have the scale of work to fix the roof for $20,000, fix the wiring for $5,000, fix the foundation for $10,000. That's $35,000. You put that into the side account on the renovation loan. Guess what? You get to march forward, and you close on your loan. Those items are fixed after you move in, and everybody's happy. So a renovation loan saves the deal when no other type of loan will work. That's major to understand, and real estate agents don't quite understand that like they should. Okay, in terms of what are the disadvantages of a renovation loan, because there are some. In fact, there's about three, I think, that are relatively important. They shouldn't kill the deal at all. The renovation loan itself should be strong enough for the advantages of it to overcome these three disadvantages. So disadvantage number one, it's a complicated loan because you have to involve a contractor. If you know you're going to probably need some renovation work, a great idea is if you're the buyer, schedule the inspection right at the very beginning once you've signed the paperwork, and you want to start gathering maybe one or two different contractors to go out there the same day that the inspector shows up at the house to walk through with them and kind of consult with them as to what they think is going to be necessary to be fixed. So contract with one of these contractors, sign an agreement with them for their scope of work. You're going to take that scope of work and a little bio on the contractor themselves and give that to your loan officer. They're going to turn it in to the lender. The lender's going to vet and then ultimately approve, hopefully, the contractor if they've shown any history of being a contractor, the license, they've got some, credible background. The lender will take the scope of work and put that into the escrow, and you're off and running. But it is a complicated loan. So because of that, rather than like a 30-day close on a traditional loan, it takes about 50 to 60 days. So I would bank on 60 days. So basically twice as long as a traditional loan to close. So I actually combined the first two disadvantages of the renovation loan. It's complicated, so there's a lot of paperwork. And secondly, this takes twice as long as a traditional loan. And lastly, it costs a little bit more. So for example, let's say a traditional FHA loan would be 6.25. The renovation loan might be 6.375 or 6.5. So it's going to be about an eighth to a quarter point more expensive. Not a whole big deal, but I just wanted you to understand that. So again, refer to this video that I did last year because it's going to show you specifically things like how much renovation you can have, because a conventional or FHA or VA all have different levels on how much renovation you're allowed to do and what types of renovation you could do. So for example, you can't say, well, I want a spa or sauna on my porch, a hot tub. Can't do a hot tub. But I hope this video was good enough for you. Let's get into an example now. So let me give you a real live example. And hopefully this puts a bow on it in terms of your understanding. I was listing a house for a seller here in San Antonio. The listing price was about $275,000. Now, we knew there were some issues with the home, but we got the house under contract from some buyers that were interested in the home. And they got an inspection. That's the first thing you do, of course, when you're buying a home is you want to get an inspection report. So the inspection report came back, and aside from small things, it had two major safety issues that we had to address. One was the heater. The AC heater unit needed to be replaced. It was just faulty, too old, and that's a safety issue. That was about a $5,000 fix. And then we had a major crack and deterioration in the sewage pipe that runs from the house underneath out to the street. That was about $15,000. That's a safety issue as well. So that was $20,000 of potential repair work. The buyers are saying, hey, we didn't know about this. The seller's saying, well, I certainly didn't know about the sewer, and I kind of knew about the heater maybe. But my point is, as a seller, I can't afford $20,000 to pay for this to fix it ahead of time so you can move in. And the buyers are saying, well, we can't spend $20,000 for something that we shouldn't have to pay for. So rather than walk away, what do? I suggested the renovation loan. And so the buying party negotiated with my seller to come down off the price $20,000 from $275,000 to $255,000. And now the buyer party added $20,000 in a separate escrow account. So they bought it for $255,000. They had a $20,000 side account for the sewer and the heater, and both parties agreed, and we closed on the deal, and everybody walked away happy. Now the buyers have the house they want, and they have a new sewer pipe, and they've got a new heater element, and the sellers were able to march on and move to their new home. So that is the power of the renovation loan. Again, it'll save and salvage a deal when no other kind of situation can take place. Hopefully all this made sense to you. Hopefully it helps. Do contact me. Again, I do pick up my phone. I do respond to comments and emails, but contact me at 210-317-6514. I'm the Mortgage Patriot, Kevin Fagan, on your side. Make it a great